And the other big story today, an explosion rocks the campus of a private school in Baltimore County this morning. Happened just after 8:30 on the campus of the McDonogh School, sending debris flying into the air. Now, WJZ is live with team coverage. We begin with investigator Mike Helgren and what we know about the explosion itself. Mike?
Denise, the first emergency call went out at 8:31 this morning. It was quite a scare here, but thankfully there were no major injuries. The explosion was so powerful, it shattered nearby car windows and punctured a hole in a nearby roof. First responders rushed to the private McDonogh School campus in Owings Mills after the top of a smokestack exploded at the start of classes Wednesday morning. You can see the damage from Chopper 13. Bricks went flying and 3 people were injured.
We got a call for a small structure explosion. Apparently a piece of building fell. Something exploded at the McDonogh School, one of the towers. It was the boiler that exploded.
These are pictures from the ground. One on Instagram shows a large cloud of smoke. Others from the fire department show the chimney cordoned off. Fire Department spokeswoman Elise Armacost.
The first thing that our units did was set up a collapse zone, make sure that no one else was trapped in any adjacent structure. We have determined that no one is trapped.
In a statement, the McDonogh School says the explosion happened in the boiler room as an unnamed outside contractor was working at the facility. Of the 3 people injured, 2 were contractors. The 3rd person was a student who was treated and released from the hospital. Students and staff in nearby buildings felt the ground shake.
They obviously heard this very loud sound, and they immediately went on lockdown for a brief period of time until they determined that that wasn't really an issue.
You can see the line of school buses as the school dismissed by 11 in the morning out of an abundance of caution. A team from Maryland Occupational Safety and Health responded to the scene. They look into workplace incidents. The cause remains under investigation. And the fire department says the McDonogh School will be looking into exactly what happened. The school canceled a press conference, has not spoken on camera. This campus is a sprawling one with some 1,400 students from pre-kindergarten through seniors in high school. Live in Owings Mills, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Mike, thank you. Let's go now to Rachel Carden with more reaction to that explosion. Rachel.
We actually spoke to that student that was hit with falling debris. Of everybody that we talked to today who was leaving campus, they all are grateful that everyone is expected to be okay. Jake Elise is lucky to be walking away from this scene with just a scratch.
And me and my friend were walking, and all of a sudden we heard a really big bang. And we looked up and we saw the bricks coming down, and we just started running on the opposite way of the bricks. I'm lucky I got out.
After students say the top third of the smokestack on campus was blown off, 2 contractors and Jake were hurt.
I got a little cut on my leg, but other than that, I'm okay. Thoughts out to the ones who got hurt more than I did. I'm thankful. It was just a scary experience. I'm glad I'm all right.
The school reported no major injuries and said there was no fire on campus. As they shut down the school and students filed out, Rock D'Amico told us even from the basement he heard a boom.
The bricks just kind of fell and there's a big smoke cloud and it just kind of blew away with the wind and everything. I don't know, there was a couple kids that had to run away from the bricks when it fell. It's pretty crazy.
Parents were notified about the explosion shortly after it happened. All activities for the remainder of the day have been canceled. Coming up tonight on our newscast at 5 o'clock, you'll hear from yet another senior here at the McDonogh School who explained why things could have been much worse if this explosion happened any later in the day. So stay with us for that story as well. We're live outside the McDonogh School. I'm Rachel Carden for WJZ.